Okay, let me cut straight to it. You need 3 things to create viral, successful reels. And they are good clips or images, the ability to find and discover trends before they go really crazy. If you don't know how to do this, stick around. I'm gonna be running you through absolutely everything. And finally, the energy to stay consistent. If you have/do these 3 things, it's not a matter of if you will go viral, it's a matter of when you will go viral. Instagram Reels are the biggest and, in my opinion, the best way to grow on Instagram in 2022 and beyond. It seems like photo posts, still images on the feed, have basically died, and in my case, my reach has absolutely plummeted. Posting reels, especially viral, trendy reels, is definitely the best way to grow and expand your audience while possibly reaching tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to follow the trends to a T, but they will give you a crazy boost. Today, I'm gonna walk you through how I find, create, and post my reels and give myself the best chance at going viral nearly every single time. Well, how do I find the right reels? This is arguably one of the most important factors when it comes to going viral and getting a whole lot of reach on Instagram. Instagram highlights these trending reels and they're identified through the audio tag. Trending audio will have this tiny little arrow right next to the audio, and that way you can clearly identify if it's trending or not. But chances are, if you see this arrow, the reel has already gotten a lot of exposure and a lot of people have already ridden the trend, so it's hard to kind of classify you as a new starter. But nonetheless, I'm about to run you through my tips and tricks to find new reels before they get this little arrow, and don't be put off. 100% jump on the reels that have this little arrow. They can help you out a lot, and crazier things have happened. You might just go viral. So let's dive into my phone and start scrolling for trending reels. And just before I do, I want to let you know that you can't always find a trending reel in your content niche. Things come up and things go down, and sometimes things are down for quite a while. So just keep this in mind, and if you are struggling to find a trending reel, don't worry. Just use some nice music, something that you like, and create something original and authentic to fill those gaps. All right, let's try and find some trending reels. Okay, so now we're in my phone, and I like to come over to the Explore tab here, and I just like to, I guess, go for a little bit of a scroll. So let's dive into the reels, and for this, I'm gonna turn my audio all the way down because I don't wanna get a copyright strike. And now we begin scrolling. So this one right here, don't get me wrong, it is a little bit hard to do this without the audio, but basically what you wanna do, because you can't see when reels were posted unless they were on the feed, on that person's feed, you can come in and have a look when the comments were posted. So for example, this one here has a comment from a week ago, 3 days ago, and then another one from a week ago. So this one isn't getting a whole lot of traction right now, but you want to have a look for comments that are usually no older than 2 weeks old. And if you can see maybe a few 2-week comments and then like a few days, a few hours, that's a really good sign. Even better if there's a reel with a whole lot of engagement and the comments are in the days or in the hours, because the chances are you're onto something early. Nonetheless, let's keep scrolling. So like I said, a little bit hard without the audio, but we can just kind of go through here. We can check, not that, we can check the stats here. So as you can see, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, nothing really new. Okay, let's keep going. This doesn't look like a trending kind of thing at all. This one could be, and I believe this song is. As you can see, there's a stack of engagement on this, nearly 600,000 likes. Let's have a look at the comments. 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What else have we got on here? A lot of older stuff. In saying this though, there's a lot of 1 weeks around. What else have we got going on? So this one might be a little bit old to jump on. I also like to jump into the audio and see how many reels are here. So there's only 15,000 reels, which, don't get me wrong, is a lot. And is it the original? No, it's not. Nonetheless, you can kind of scroll through here and see other kind of high engaging reels. So anything with like 20,000 plus, there's one with 2.7 million here. And you can check when these comments were made. So 3 weeks ago, this one's probably just a little bit old. So you get the idea. You just want to scroll through until you find something solid, something with a lot of engagement with recent comments. Now, for the point of this video, I am going to use this reel. Now, I'm not sure whether I can play this music, but this is something I found not too long ago. And I actually posted this video just a few days ago, and it's already sitting at 50,000 views, which is great. I usually find that reels take quite a little bit of time to kind of get going. Sometimes you'll see a crazy massive explosion of reach, and usually those little reels just sit there and don't do anything. They just lay dormant. But the ones that bubble away really slowly, like after 10 or 12 hours, they've only got a couple of thousand views. If you're a larger page, those ones usually do well. Anyway, I'm gonna show you how to make this reel, and yeah, let's dive into the computer. But first of all, we're missing one very key component. Let's say you found the reel and we're gonna create this one. You actually wanna screen record the reel. And this is because we're about to put it on our computer. And I know a lot of people are gonna edit reels on their phones, but I'm gonna show you a way to save a whole lot of time and a stack of headaches if you just use a simple software like iMovie. I'm gonna use Premiere Pro, but the principles are exactly the same. So once you've screen recorded your reel, let's get it over to our computer. So now the fun part, creating the reel. So you've got your reel onto your computer and just simply drag and drop it into your video editor. Like I said, I'm using Premiere Pro, but something like iMovie is gonna work perfectly fine. When you drag and drop your video into your video editor, it should automatically kind of set the aspect ratio and the dimensions perfectly, which is great. So it's already in vertical video. All right, so now what we wanna do, by the way, I've muted my audio. If you wanna check out this reel, by the way, just head over to my Instagram page. But nonetheless, now you want to start cutting up the reel. Now, this actually is a very, very quick and simple procedure because someone's already gone and done all the hard work for you. Why make it harder for yourself? Keep in mind, you don't always have to play by the rules, but if you want the best chance at going viral, why fix what's not already broken? So I'm gonna get my razor tool out, my cutting tool, and we are just going to begin the reel exactly where the audio starts, which is right here. We can cut off the fat. Just keep in mind, you want to record a little bit before and a little bit after the reel, just so you have a very nice little buffer before and after. Nonetheless, we now want to just arrow through and cut every time the frame changes. So that indicates a new frame, and this is the length of the first clip. So the idea is to now go through this whole reel and cut at every time the reel cuts. This is a very simple process. It just takes a little bit of time, but it's much quicker than trying to cut to the beat or find the cuts yourself, because this way everything's already nicely laid out for you. And since we screen recorded the reel, we've also already got the audio, which is great. And this way we can see how the clips match that we're putting in, because obviously we're only using the screen recording to match the cuts, and we're going to be putting all of our content on top. But you've got the audio so you can check the vibes, and you don't have to marry up the audio to the cuts, which is an absolute headache when you're posting it. Okay, I'm not going to go through this whole reel because there's literally no point, but I'm just going to make a few cuts and show you guys how I would do this. So we've got a few cuts on the video, and let's just say that's the whole reel. In reality, it's a lot longer, but this is all we need as an example. So now what you want to do is start dragging and dropping your clips onto the timeline. Okay, so once again, I'm not going to go through this entire process since it's identical, just spread out over a longer period. But we've got these two clips here, and basically what we want to do is we're going to trim them to their absolute best points, which in my opinion is just here. This is some stuff we shot this morning, and we're going to use it for here, and we're also going to use this next clip as well. So we're going to see what's going on here. And like I said, it's very important to have good quality clips, because that is the thing that people are going to be looking at and watching. The trend is one thing, but having good quality clips can not only set you apart, but really make you stand out in the game that is trending Instagram Reels. So as you can see, we're just putting the clips exactly to our cuts. It's very simple, it's very easy. And like I said, you can do this in nearly every basic editing software, even free editing softwares like iMovie. So another little thing I like to do is keep my Reels in 1080p while I'm using 4K footage. Now, this can be 4K footage from your iPhone, and it can be 4K footage from your camera, from a drone, whatever the case. But the reason I like to keep them in 1080p is not only does Instagram compress them a lot, but you can play around with the crop a whole lot more. So for example, this clip is just a little bit out of center, but that's fine because all I have to do is move it over here, and I can move this down a little bit, move it up, whatever the case, and I can just reposition it how I like without losing any quality. And the same for this one. If Luca, my friend here, isn't dead set in the middle, I can kind of move him up a little bit. You don't have a whole lot of room to work with, but you've got enough to get you out of trouble. And just like that, I've now centered him there, and I've centered him there. So these clips are nothing special, but they work very well for Instagram Reels. It's those kind of clips that work perfectly. So after you've replaced all the screen recorded clips with your own clips or images, it's now time to export it. Remember, export it in 1080p because of Instagram's compression, and also you want to export it with the audio. This is crucial for posting because, believe me, for some reason, posting it isn't as easy as it seems, and I'm about to run you through that. All right, let's get these reels posted. Okay, so once your reel is on your phone, you just want to come up like you'd post a normal reel, and let's post the one we just made. Okay, so here we are, and we just want to add it, and then we want to come over to the audio section. And now once we're here, we want to look for our saved audio that you would have saved previously when you were looking for the reel. Don't worry, you can always go back, have a look at your screen recording, find the person who posted it, find their reel, tap on the audio, and then press save. But come into your saved. Now I believe it is this one here. Oh, hello. And we just want to hit done. Don't worry about syncing it up. We want to hit preview, then we want to hit the music up the top, and then we want to bring the camera audio back to 100 and the added audio down to 1. This way we don't have to worry about syncing, but we still get the trending audio tag. This is a little hack I like to use that makes life a lot easier. So once that is done, you want to make sure you're putting a good cover on your reels, because we're posting these to the feed. They're going to stay there for a very long time, if not forever, to give it the best chance at going viral. If you post reels just in the reels feed, they do horribly. If you post them to the feed, they do maybe not very well, but they do a lot better, if you get my drift. So you want to make sure you're posting a cover that is relevant to the video, but is also relevant to your feed. We're going to use this one for example, and then you can also come in here and crop it. You can zoom in and move around, but the worst thing is it's going to use the 16:9 version and then give you a 1:1 crop. It's a little bit annoying, but it's what we're working with. So once you've done that, we now want to put a caption in. You can really write whatever you like here, but the key is to only use 5 hashtags. Now, Instagram came out and said that anyone using more than 5 hashtags is basically wasting their time. And if that's coming from Instagram, I'm gonna assume it's true. So I like using 5 hashtags, just keeping them relevant to your video, depending on what video and what niche you're in. Just the best 5 hashtags that you've used in the past or that you find very relevant. And once you've done that, make sure you're posting to the feed, like I said, and then hit share, and you are done. That is my start to finish of finding, creating, and posting Instagram Reels and giving them the best chance at going viral, getting a whole lot of reach, growing your audience, and overall just having a great time. It's always nice to see social media posts doing very well, and this is a great way to do it. Just remember the 3 things we covered at the start of this video. You've got to have nice clips and nice images. That is just a flat out rule. You've got to know how to find the trends. Now you've got the tools, you'll have no problem with that, and you have got to stay consistent. If you can do those 3 things, if you've got those 3 things, you should be absolutely fine moving forward. So I'm gonna wrap up today's video here, guys. I have packed this full of information. I'm giving you everything I know about Reels. If you're having a hard time finding trending Reels, simply just head over to my page, copy what I'm doing. It's up to you. But nonetheless, I hope you were able to take something from today's video, implement it into your own Instagram strategy, and hopefully grow a nice, solid audience. So thank you guys for watching. If you're new around here, subscribe. If you learned something, let me know down below in the comments. If you liked today's video, leave a like. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.